Hi, I'm Nicholas Sparks, and you know, everywhere I go, people ask me, what does it take to create a best-selling novel? What it takes is sitting down and writing. And trust me, I realize that's not always easy to do, but if you want to untap that great novel inside of you, you need to learn to avoid the temptation of procrastination and carve the time and space out of each day to make writing a habit. You know, I can't oversell the importance of starting each day early and well-rested. Personally, I set my alarm for 5 a.m. to hit the ground running. Once I bound out of bed, I like to sit down over a really healthy breakfast, maybe some wholesome grain and fruit. Drat. It's a tricky maze. And I start collecting my thoughts for the day. You serious? Alien tag in every box. Nick, what are the odds of that? You know, it's key to set aside strict writing hours every day. No excuses. All right, up to the T's. Tarragon. No tarragon, all right? T. Time. Time to finish my spice cabinet. All right. Okay, next. With so many things going on in my life that might pull me away from writing, like appearances or TV or films, it's important to get that other business out of the way first so that when I do sit down to write, I can focus on the task at hand. Do I have time to take a survey? Yeah, I guess so. Melons. Yeah, I love learning foreign languages. So you got the Mumbai Mercury, the Reykjavik Record, all right, and Tagalog Tribune. Time to brush up on my Tagalog. The other day, I was swimming in the ocean and I came across this orphaned pair of dolphins. They'd lost their sonar ability. So what do? I've been working on my dolphin songs in the hopes of reuniting them with their pod.
You look lost. Can I help? Don't be afraid. Follow me.
You know, once you get all the business out of the way, you finally find that you're truly free to just focus and, oh wait, hold on. I'm supposed to call set. Well, yeah, okay, so it sounds like I'm needed down there, right?
Of course, Nicholas, you're always welcome to come down to the set. I mean, but I know you got your new book, and if you want to work on your new book, I think we're going to be okay. I think we got things under control down here.
Right, so maybe just a little bit.
It's your call, Nicholas, but I think we in good shape down here.
I hear you. All right, talk soon, all right?
Thanks, Nicholas. Yeah, thank you for calling. I'll be calling you. Thank you very much. Jesus Christ.
Looks like they need me on set.
So the last of us here, they had this great red pepper hummus, and I love red pepper. And that's why I love craft services, because they do little things like this, knowing I like such things. But they don't bring it every time, see, because they want to build up some anticipation. You're a producer. You know, writers, we got our own little things. We just got to hole up here. You look around, there's so many distractions. Producing is good for this one. If I had to do the producing and the writing and try to write a novel, I'd never get anything done. Do you wonder anyone gets anything done at all? Are you listening to me? Yeah. What?
That's the most important thing, right? Carving out that time and space every single day.
Do I have time to take a survey? Are you serious? A survey? Yeah, I got time.
Because when it comes down to it, successful writing is really this magical combination of inspiration and dedication. And it's in your power to make sure you create the space for them both. So now, if you'll excuse me, I have some writing to do. Tarragon? That's where I put it. I wonder how old that is.
I've never felt this way about anybody before.
Keep it.
All I can do is promise to love you every second of every day for the rest of my life.
The inspiration is really an attempt to do something different. I wanted a story where you had two couples that seem so different on the surface.
But the wonderful thing about these two stories is that it's all about love. It's about sacrifice for love.
I just don't know how to make this work.
The goal was kind of to show that, when you meet the person with whom you're supposed to be, the feeling's kind of the same, whether you're in the 1930s or it's happening now.
These two stories come together in a very universal way that explores relationships.
I bet you couldn't beat me to the barn.
Oh, I wouldn't go that way.
I love it that it's a story about deep love, long-term love. It starts where most other stories about love and romance end.
You know, I fell in love with you the first time I saw you.
Romance doesn't end on your wedding day. That's when it really begins.
He loved her so much that he was willing to do anything for her, that he became just an all-encompassing sort of force around her, that he just wanted to make her happy.
Promise me you'll come back.
I will.
Promise me
In the course of the film, when they're young, hey, you know what they're a lot like? Luke and Sophia. That feeling, that intensity, that passion, it's the same in both cases. What does it turn into? And it turns into this initial feeling that grew deeper. It was now grounded in the shared experiences of a lifetime together.
It's tough finding that person that you're really gonna care for. Love comes in fits and starts for most people.
I chose you over everything.
Well, I didn't ask you to change your life. I think both characters are really put to the test. That's what a relationship is about.
Romance isn't easy.
If it was, a lot of people would still be married, a lot of people would still be together. The two couples have to dig deep and find what is the most important thing that make a relationship work.
See, I love you so much, I just want you to be happy. Even if that happiness no longer includes me.
It is about, learning and trying to find some balance in it all. And so Sophia and Luke both have to sacrifice if they want to make it work, and if they want to or not. Because you're young. When you're young, you don't want to give it all up. You want to have it all.
You have to dig within yourself and think of as two and not think as one.
Are you supposed to be in New York?
No. I should be here.
That's the thing about life, you have to make adjustments. And if you're not going to make any adjustments at all, you're probably not going to be happy with anybody.
You gotta sort of keep it alive and remember what it was like when you first met.
Sometimes you can fall in and out of love. We may have flaws, we all may have mistakes. At the end of the day, we may make the wrong move, but eventually we'll learn something.
The longest ride is obviously a reference to staying on the bull as long as you can. It's also a reference to staying with the other person. You don't get a prize for it the way you do on the bull, but you get something better, you get something deeper.
I thought if I could just make the 8, I'd have everything I ever wanted. You see, the whole time I realized that what I want is standing right in front of me.
I'm not someone who can talk to someone from the heart very often. It's easier if you can just let it all out in a love letter, and it's something you can keep forever.
It's interesting, a lot of my films have letters, and it's so sad that it's a dying art these days. Everyone's emailing.
Commitment to a lifelong, yearly letter telling you how much I love you. It's wonderful.
As much as it helps Ira losing his wife, and those letters have been they've been a lifeline.
These letters were able to help Sophia figure out how she can make this relationship work.
Yeah.
The modern day version of love letters is emojis. I don't know if people are going to look over their trove of emojis 50 years later and say, oh, remember that smiley face she sent me? Boy, did that have an effect on me. Did you know this state was this beautiful when you decided?
I did not know. Kind of fell in love with it.
So did that give you the inspiration to write books about this area?
Yeah. So I moved from California. We get a half an acre. It's on the most beautiful, pristine creek. A nice house. It's great. Beautiful back porch. And I would sit out there all the time, and there'd be this mist rising from the water, right? And it's these trees and this Spanish moss. And I said, this is a great little spot, right?
It's amazing.
Right?
Did you know a guy like Ira? This is the guy that I played. Did you know somebody like that? Or did you make him up totally out of whole cloth?
No, I knew, it's funny, my grandmother was a good Irish Catholic girl.
Yeah.
And so she was married for 25 years and got divorced. Of course, good Irish Catholic girl from that generation is not getting remarried. So she met this guy named Leo Robin. wonderful Jewish guy. And he and my grandma became like companions. I don't know what the relationship was. I was a kid growing up, but he was like my grandpa. He's the guy, we'd go down to visit her. He's the guy who taught me snorkeling, or would take me to the San Diego Zoo. And he was just great. So when I'm writing Ira and trying to figure out how he phrases things and sees the world, because Leo was very much of that generation as well, that's a lot where
Well, I wish I'd known that he meant so much to you.
Yeah,
I would have done a much better job.
You've done great. Oh, that's good stuff. Okay, so you have this person, Ira. He's still so in love with this wife, but she's gone.
Yeah.
But he made her this promise. Would you do that for your wife if you'd made her a promise?
Sure, of course.
Why?
Because she's in my brain. She's part of my being.
Right.
You know, after all this time in the work we've done together, the love we've had together, it'd be like telling yourself you want to do something and not doing it. You're betraying part of yourself.
Well, and did you have that sense? Did you keep that when you're doing Ira? Or what did you?
I did. I got closer to my wife in my mind, in my imagination, than I ever have playing any other part where I was supposed to be in love.
Nice.
Yeah, it was one of the things that drew me to it, because I
Nice.
share your interest in the deeper kind of romance. It's a wonderful model and a kind of a roadmap that young people may not be exposed to in other kinds of entertainment, most entertainment.
No.
And you make it entertaining to consider the possibility of sticking with another person, and that it actually can be wonderful.
It can be.
So that joy that you express, that your characters express, can be felt in a similar way by people around the world, regardless of their culture.
Regardless of their culture, yeah. The movies do real well everywhere. Of course, the novels do as well. And people, they think it's some big mystery, because if you read the novel, wow, it feels so local. It feels so North Carolina. Right, it's like that. But you know, it's never about North Carolina. It's always about the people and what they're going through.
It's about the people in a genuine way. They get it.
Ira, I will say, was one of the characters that I'm most proud I've ever created.
Oh, that's great.
And I thought you did just an amazing job.
I'm very glad to have been part of something that meant so much to you. That's very nice. Thank you. So you like North Carolina?
I do.
No, I'm talking to him.
We've had lots of things filmed or set in North Carolina. First one ever with hills, because we're in a different region.
Oh, that's
They're
great.
always by the coast, right?
Yeah, this is a gorgeous property.
Isn't this unbelievable?
Yeah.
It's the Piedmont area. It's kind of the middle of the state, these rolling hills like this. And I don't know, it's lush, it's green. It's always, you can grow crops here because there's never a drought. This is a good place.
And right over there, they're shooting the end of the movie.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It has been a lot of fun watching this whole thing come together. It's been great.
It's been enjoyable for me. Very enjoyable shoot.
Nice.
Hello everybody, I'm Brandon Bates, one of the voices of the Professional Bull Riders Tour, and I'm standing in front of Lawrence Joel Veterans Memorial Coliseum in beautiful downtown Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Let's take you inside behind the scenes of The Longest Ride.
Rolling.
Section.
Let's go! What is typically a basketball arena, the home of Wake Forest Demon Deacon basketball, in fact, is now a bull riding arena transformed by an entire cast and crew. We're actually shooting 4 cities in this one building: Winston-Salem, Charlotte, Atlanta, Nashville, Tennessee, and Arlington, Texas. It's all happening right here.
You know, North Carolina's a good place to be with bull riding being as hot as it is in our state. Last year's world champion was from North Carolina. We had multiple world champion bucking bulls, and for me, it's exciting to see.
Blue, your fate is in that cup. This is the not so luxurious announcer stand that is movie set announcer stand. And normally on the Built Ford Tough series, it's much more elaborate than this. Not here. And oh yeah, my buddy Clint Atkins, this is the real Clint Atkins.
He is ready to rock and roll.
Something that's really unique about this movie is we've got the real guys here. We've got the real bull riders, we've got real judges, we've got the real bullfighters, the real entertainer, bringing that authenticity to this movie.
You can't ask for any more superstars of the PBR to be here, because they're here.
This is Ryan Dirt Eater, and he is one of the professional bull riders on the PBR Built for Tough series. Great guy, doesn't speak a whole lot. Cody is standing in this week, and he is pulling bull ropes, spotting guys, doing all sorts of stuff that we would normally do. This is Matt Bohan. Hi, Matt. This week, Matt is playing a judge. You enjoy playing the judge?
Oh, no.
No, you'd rather be riding bulls?
I'd rather be getting on.
I think bull riding is definitely America's original extreme sport.
You ready for this?
We'll see.
There's nothing else out there like it that takes a 155-pound guy and puts him on a 2,400-pound animal that is trying his darndest to get you off his back. I mean, it's man versus beast at its finest.
So one of the things I want you to know about the bulls on this set are the fact that there's no on and off switch. They are live 100% all the time. They are the real deal.
It was crazy. That bull went over the fence with us over there and really go, whoa.
This is one of the bulls that we just used a moment ago in a scene, and I want to show you something. Stay with me here. He is not a happy camper. As you can see, he's ready to go.
No one has any control over how a bull bucks. They're an animal, they do what they want to do.
They're always going to do something different. When you think you got them figured out, you try something new on them, they're going to do something totally opposite and blow your mind and then buck you off.
I take a lot of pride in my breeding program. I think there's 22 bulls on the set today, and 19 of them was raised right there on my place.
We've been raising bulls for, well, pretty much all our lives, and we know which of the mamas are the best mamas, and then we know which bulls work with those mamas.
I mean, I have the ultimate bull that I'm trying to produce, which is a bull that jumps about 4 foot off there and kicks over his head. If I've had a cow that's real juicy and hot, then I'll probably try to breed her to a bigger bull that's going to get up off the ground.
Hey, please explain a juicy and hot cow.
Everybody wants to know what is a juicy and a hot cow. I mean, so she's just really mean and got a lot of fire to her.
So we have the man himself, Rango, here, and he's the real deal.
The first day I got on, he made that corner to the left, and it kind of set me on his back hip a little bit there, and I caught the whip of the kick, and it just somersaulted me about, I'd say, 10, 12 foot in the air.
Rand, he's making good TV around here.
If we were in gymnastics, he'd have gotten a 10 on my scorecard, but in bull riding, you know, he still got a no score. He came off too early.
It's a great family sport, and you get the adrenaline rush out of it, too. The people in North Carolina are big fans. A lot of bigger crowds come here, so when they get to see a quality event, they sure turn out for it.
Woo! I have the ultimate respect for these guys. They are probably the toughest guys in the world. I mean, the stunt guys on this film were like in awe.
I'm very lucky to have these guys as the stunt doubles because, you know, they're all going to the PBR World Finals.
It's the most dangerous sport in the world.
The risk of filming this movie are no different of the risks that whenever we're in a live Built for Tough series event.
Not a matter of if you get hurt, it's when and how bad.
We're kind of just protection guys.
All we're there for is just distract the bulls that way the rider and get away. And we're just pretty much lifesavers.
Come in and save the day is what we do.
We're all like a family. None of us want to see each other hurt. We all try to help one another.
It's really a brotherhood. And these guys have been doing it since they were little kids.
I was hooked from the moment I sat down on my first bull ever.
The guys don't compete against each other. Your job is to win against the bull.
You know, you're gonna have good days, you're gonna have bad days, and it's really just who rides the best that day.
I just think that there's a real special tie to bull riding in North Carolina, and one of the great rodeo champions, our current PBR world champion, and being from here. That's a real strong bull riding state.
It's pretty amazing to be a part of a movie and a cast of guys that are the best in the world.
I mean, I love the fact that a movie's being made about the bull riding world. I mean, I think we need that, and it's going to give our audience a better view of what we do and how things are going on.
Hope you enjoy this inside look at professional bull riding on the set of the longest ride in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. We'll see you soon.
Let's go! Well, when I found out I got the movie, I called an old horse wrangler in the business and said, hey, do you know anyone who's bucking bulls these days? And he said, yeah, I know this guy named Troy Brown. He's got a ranch up north of LA. He said, let me give him a call and see what he's up to.
Scott had a little bit of experience riding horses, but that's a whole different ballgame than bulls. But he's a great athlete, he surfs, and so he picks it up, and he looks like a bull rider. I got all the PBR guys here, so they're helping you, and they want to make sure everything looks right, and they're putting him in the chute and doing his chute procedure and everything.
You're a bull rider, and they see you do that, they're gonna say he's done his homework. And Scott, you can tell that he takes it to heart. He's put a lot of time and effort into it. You can really tell he takes a lot of pride in what he's doing with this movie.
Here's everything we need to have to be a bull rider. We have a bull rope. We have a set of spurs that goes on our feet. It's a little extra help to keep us to hold on to the bull a little bit. We have chaps, which is more flair. They don't do anything, they don't protect anything, they're just for looks. And then we have the Kevlar vest that we have to wear that's mandatory.
The training that you have to do before you get on these animals is just learn how to take the power away from them, because no matter how big and strong we try to get, we're never going to be able to outmuscle one of these bulls.
And you get in, you get on the chute, you let the bull know, you're there, and then, you just get down in there and get in your workspace and sort of, being the man to shoot and getting your rope where you want it to be and rosin your rope. It's sort of like waxing your surfboard, It's you're getting the rope hot. You're using a rosin that they make, homemade a lot of times.
What is this?
Secret ingredients, can't tell anybody.
They're heating it up, so the rope gets really sticky in your hand, so it really sticks into place.
You gotta have power. When bulls buck and stuff, they're gonna try to jerk this rope out of your hand, so you wanna get it sticky, that way your hand stays in that rope for 8 seconds.
You wanna anchor yourself to the bull.
That's our lifeline. So as we're doing that, we know we're seconds away from sliding up on our rope and nodding for the gate to open. So that's the final preparation. That's like go time.
We were working on a little thing I like to call Robo-Bowl.
How it's a little bit different is it can actually move. It doesn't just stay in one certain spot. It actually has tires and it moves around. We'll take the Robo-Bowl out and put Scott on it, teach him the basic moves. I got Josh Fairclough there helping him, one of the PBR bull riders.
He is picking it up pretty quick, It's a lot to it. You can't pick it up overnight. I've worked 12 years on this and I still don't have it figured out. So it's hard to teach someone to do it, in a week or so, but he'll get it.
You want to stay over the bull, over the shoulders, and if you get too far back, you're going, he's going to toss you.
Most of the bull riding is all about balance and quickness. And you gotta be a little bit crazy, I think, too, to ride bulls.
I've been doing it all, getting on the bull in the chute, being on Robo-Bowl, jumping off the bull, this, that, and the other.
There you go.
Woo! I'm lucky as hell to be out here, doing this. I mean, guys would kill to have this opportunity.
You got it! Get right!
Scott has really been a joy to work with because he'll put the time in, the effort, and he really cares. He wants the bull riding to look right. And we got all the best bull riders in the world here. He really wanted to make it look good.
I'm gonna tell you what, the guy probably is gonna do pretty good at it because he's really done his homework for this movie. And we have a bull riding school at my house every year, and he was way ahead of a lot of them guys. So I think he could probably step up to the plate and get one rode before it was over.
Look down!
And here we go. He is out.